Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it happens to be for you. I hope you are doing very well. So, the transfer window is fully open and all eyes are on the board and seeing what they will do. But can ENIC be trusted? That's what we're talking about today. So, let's get into it. So, have ENIC done all bad? If I was going to be fair, I'd say over the majority of the time, you could probably go towards like negative, like that they're not done well. But I don't think that in general, when you look at the stuff they have done, that they've done all bad, if that makes sense. So yeah, they've done a majority of things that I would say have impacted the team and made it so we haven't pushed on and done better. However, do I think that they've done some things that actually are good? I think yes, because you can't say that you enjoyed, say, Poch's football, loved what Poch did, and say that you can't give credit to ENIC for that, because if you think about it, you can't say everything negative is ENIC, everything positive is luck, or it just happened. It was just the right manager, and it was Poch. So I think if we're going to be fair, they have done some things that are actually good. If we go to the window now, every window, we obviously hope they will change. We hope they'll do better. If they do better is obviously something to be seen. The season just gone, it was an absolute mess, let's be honest. They messed up massively. I feel like that with Thomas Frank, getting Thomas Frank was a massive mistake. I think that not sacking him soon enough was a big mistake. Getting Tudor in, a mistake. No signing in January is a massive mistake. So the facts of like all those things show that they were still really fumbling when it come to Tottenham. And of course the biggest thing was the fact that we nearly did get relegated. We were so ridiculously close to being relegated, and I think that for Tottenham that was a massive shake up. I feel like that shook them awake a little bit. Well, you'd like to think anyway. So this transfer window, there hasn't really been much money spent so far. We've got some good signings in, but they've kind of been free transfers. So we have spent on Van Heck, and that's the only one so far. We are apparently in talks to get to Tonali, Fernandez and Savinho, which, again, are they just a pipe dream? Is this just talk? But if we do get these players in, do ENIC deserve credit? It's not everything gets done this window, but they actually do. I don't know, like they do something like get a Tonali and get a Savinho, maybe get, even if we don't get Fernandez, and with the players that we've already got, if we got a striker, I wouldn't say they don't deserve credit for that. I feel like that you have to understand that not everything is going to get done this window. So just because it's not going to all get done this window, I don't think that means that they don't deserve some credit. Personally, I want them to continue. I want them to show that they now are prioritising the team. If they do give this to me, I feel like that I can't really complain. I can't really say, oh, I want different owners, because I think that's a bit of a risk. At the end of the day, the risk is if you get a different owner, they might not then give you everything what you want, which is for the team to be much improved. And I get people have no trust in them, but if you get what you want, like I say, would it really be fair to say that you want them gone? I had this discussion and in my chat the other day, and I just, like I say, feel like if you're asking for something, you get it, and then you say, well, actually no, that's not what I want, I want you gone. I feel like that's an unfair way to kind of view things. I understand the mistrust, I understand that over years they've not done it, but if they continue to show that they are prioritising, that is what we all want, right? If we start to do better and improve, surely that is what everybody wants. So while I understand people obviously are sceptical, and trust me, I'm sceptical too, I'm sceptical about these players that we are apparently getting in. I'm sceptical about them continuing to do it. I don't want them just to put in one lump load of money and say, yay, look what we did. That's not what it's about for me. I feel like that they need to carry this on. So I understand it, but I'm not unreasonable in the fact that I don't think that you can say that you get everything that you want and then still complain about it, because then I think that would just be a bit silly, in my opinion. But let me know yours. Do you trust them? Do you think they will give you what you want in the window? And of course, it is a bit subjective to what people might want, because some people's list might be, I don't know, to get messy. And if that's the case, that's unreasonable. But I think if you're going to be thinking about it, what's best for the team, I think most people can agree on what we need. So if we get that, I mean, would you be happy with ENIC? Would you, like me, want them to continue to do it, to show it before you fully say I trust them a little bit more, that they're trying to do the right thing? Or would you still want them out? So please let me know in the comment section. I'd love to have this discussion with you. I do try to apply to all of the comments, so leave your comments in there. We'll speak again real soon. Take very good care of yourselves.